Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show. And in this particular Cricket Happening Show, well, as I said yesterday, whether the Sri Lanka-New Zealand game, I was telling you that scattered showers were forecast and one was just hoping the match went through the whole hog. Yes, I mean what I said was absolutely right. The match did not go the whole hog. The match was decided by the Duckworth-Lewis method, and Sri Lanka were the ones who were ahead at that particular stage, and they won by the Duckworth-Lewis method the first one-day international and the second one-day international, but basically this was the second ODI. The first ODI was washed out. The second ODI played at Pallkelle ended with Sri Lanka winning the match by the Duckworth-Lewis method by 14 runs, with New Zealand were the ones who batted first and made 250 for 6. As far as the New Zealand innings were concerned, it all started with Rob Nicol and Tom Latham opening the innings. New Zealand were the ones who won the toss, chose to bat, and Lasith Malinga, producing one of his special deliveries, got Tom Latham through, as Tom Latham got a ball that snaked in through his bat and pad, and in she went into the stumps, and Latham was gone, bowled by Malinga. After that, it was Rob Nicol and Brian Watling. Rob Nicol played some good strokes in his score of 46 of 74 balls with 3 fours, becoming a victim of Pereira. Brian Watling made everybody, I mean, there was some good, I would say, very substantial contributions. Brian Watling made 55 of 86 balls with 6 fours. Ross Taylor was in that good partnership with James Franklin, took the score from 130 to 221, where Ross Taylor was the one who really went after the bowlers and made 72 of 62 balls with 7 fours and 2 sixes. Franklin had an unbeaten 35 to his name of 40 balls with 1 6 when New Zealand finished with 250 for 6. Nathan McCullum made 16 of as many balls with 2 fours, and Andrew Ellis was out for 4. 250 for 6 for New Zealand on the board. Probably, I mean, they were going at a clip of 5 runs per over. Lasith Malinga 2 for 39, 10 overs 2 minutes 2 for 39 for Lasith Malinga. Kulashekara bowled 10 overs, a bit costly there, 10 overs 1 minute 1 for 50 for him. Angelo Matthews bowled 7 overs 1 for 38. Trisra Pereira 7 overs cost him 52 runs on the wicket, but Rangana Herath was the pick of the bowlers today. He bowled excellently. He throttled the New Zealand batsman, and the batsmen in that middle phase of the overs, they really struggled. Thanks to Rangana Herath's bowling, really tied them out. Tied them up in such a manner that he just gave away 28 runs of his 10 overs. And Jivanta Mendes bowled 6 overs for 34. So 250 for 6, probably New Zealand would have definitely, probably assumed that was a good target. Well, it was a good target. It was a decent target, I thought, in this score. But with Sri Lanka's batting lineup, 250 is not. But as far as Sri Lanka were concerned, well, Sri Lanka had Upal Taranga and Dilshan opening. Well, Upal Taranga hit one beautiful boundary. He pulled Kyle Mills through mid-wicket for a boundary. But in the next delivery, he tried that same shot, but this time he didn't succeed, as he got an inside edge. Watling behind the stumps did the rest, and Taranga was walking. Caught Watling bowled Mills for 6 of 11 balls with 1 4. The score read 21 for 1 in the 5th over. Dilshan was joined in by Kumar Sangakkara. Trent bowled was very good. He bowled some very good balls to Kumar Sangakkara. That was really impressive. But Sangakkara was a victim to bolt, as Sangakkara was caught by Nicol. A very good catch taken by Nicol of the bowling of Bolt for 11, and that made the score 39 for 2. And then there was a good partnership which pushed the score on to 98, with Javadne playing some neat strokes in his unbeaten score of 43 or 49 balls with 5 fours. Dilshan was a victim after making 37 runs of 51 balls with 5 fours, was caught by Williamson of the bowling of McCullum for 37. And 118 for 3, the rain gods intervened, and well, that's all over. 118 for 3 was the final score. Angelo Matthews, the captain, was not out on 7, and the match had to be called off. But Sri Lanka, by virtue of being ahead by the Duckworth-Lewis method, they needed to have 105 runs, was the target in 22.5 overs. But Sri Lanka were well ahead of that. They finished at 118 for 3. Sri Lanka prevailing over New Zealand by the Duckworth-Lewis method and going 1-0 in the one-day series. 118 for 3 was the final score for Sri Lanka. Kyle Mills 5 overs 1 for 33. Trent bowled 6 overs 1 for 26. 4 overs for 16 for Tim Southee. Franklin 3 overs for 16. 2.5 overs, no maiden, 1 for 12 for Nathan McCullum. Rob Nicol bowled 2 overs, 7 runs. The player of the match went to Lasith Malinga. Well, the other news that I have here talk about the Mumbai Ace progress after England 11 on the second day they declared at 345 for 9, and as far as the Mumbai team was concerned, for Mumbai, well, it was Shikhar Dhawan who would have, I mean, as you know, Shikhar Dhawan has recently married, and Shikhar Dhawan couldn't make much of an impression. He was out for 27 with 5 boundaries. Pujara was the one who he had a very good knock. He made 87 with 11 fours. But Hikain Shah, who is from Gujarat basically, but the way he played, it was very good to see. Looks to be a very, very impressive batsman, and definitely with an attack of England which boasts of Anderson, Broad, Onions, Panesar, one could safely say that Hikain Shah has done a lot of good for himself and his team by contributing an unbeaten 84 of 190 balls with 9 fours and 1 6. He has stuck it out there, and he was there not out on 84 with Yadav, who was out for 17. 232 for 4 was what the stump score was for Mumbai in reply to England's 345 for 9 declared. Anderson had 1 for 36. The wickets were all shared by Anderson. 1 for 36, 1 for 34 for Graham Onions, 1 for 47 for Monty Panesar, and Joe Root Offie taking 1 wicket for 43 runs. Well, now let's shift on the focus now to some cricket news. What's the real cricket news coming up? Well, tomorrow we are all waiting. As you know, Sandeep Patil is the new Indian chairman of selectors after Chris Srikanth's term has been ended after 5 years, and Sandeep Patil would get a first opportunity to select his side along with the panel of selectors. And well, the Indian team tomorrow is going to be selected for the first test match, which is going to be played between India and England at Ahmedabad at the Motera Stadium, and one is hoping probably Yuvraj might get his chance. And for England, there are some concerns as far as pace bowling department is concerned. Stuart Broad has gone for I'm told he has gone for a heel scan, which is not good news. And Rob Quinney, who has been put as standby. As you know, Shane Watson is a doubtful starter, and Rob Quinney, who has scored very well in the domestic tourneys there, domestically in the domestic tournaments in Australia, has been given an opportunity. In fact, he did well against South Africa A2, so he has been given an opportunity. So he's going to be a standby. And as far as the other match is concerned, South Africa A versus the Australia A team versus South Africa, Dale Steyn was absolutely into his element. He delivered. The way he bowled, I was told that he bowled with real at blistering pace and gave the batsman a lot to worry about. And I mean the way he bowled, that was the feature as far as the match was drawn. But that was the feature of the final day, with South Africa replying to Australia's innings of 480 with 277 for 6. Contributions from Amla 53, Dumini 31, A.B. de Villiers 24, 39 from Jacques Rudolph, and 24 coming from Faf du Plessis. Australia A, now look at this. This is something very interesting that one would note. 13 for 1 of 10 overs, and can you imagine this? Phil Hughes, just imagine the bowling that Dale Steyn and Vernon Philander have done. Vernon Philander, 5 overs, 3 maidens, 5 overs, 1 maiden, none for 8. Dale Steyn, blistering pace, 5 overs, 3 maidens, 4 runs and 1 wicket. That is the wicket of Liam Davis, who was caught by de Villiers in time for a pull shot. Rob Quinney was not out on 11, but Phil Hughes was kept absolutely quiet. He finished on an unbeaten one of 27 balls. That really tells you the way Dale Steyn at blistering pace and Vernon Philander with his cutting deliveries, how they have bowled to Phil Hughes and kept him quiet. 13 for 1 was the final score for Australia, where the match was drawn. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, as usual, it has been a pleasure bringing you these cricket happenings once again. But as I said, unfortunately, the second one-day international has been decided by the Duckworth-Lewis method between Sri Lanka and New Zealand, with Sri Lanka prevailing by the Duckworth-Lewis method. So on this note, dear fans, friends and subscribers, your host Ram is leaving you for today, but promising you I'll be back once again tomorrow. Until then, it's Ram saying goodbye. Thank you.